Michael Jordan again on the money play.
Here's Jordan.
They got a foul to waste. Remember now, if Michael beats you on the drive, you can grab him.
He pulls up for the jumper. Shaw with a long rebound.
Chicago does not have a foul.
17 seconds to Parrish. The pull-up jumper by Parrish. The rebound by Shaw.
Offensive rebound. That's what we talked about. Second shot. Boston wins.
It's November 6th, 1990. A ringless 27-year-old Michael Jordan and his Bulls have gotten the season off to a slow start. Back-to-back losses, and now with time winding down against the Celtics, they are looking at their third loss in a row. Not the most ideal way to kick off the season. But little did he know, this stretch of losses would go down as one of the most significant events in his entire career. Because for the next 2,777 days, Michael Jordan would never lose 3 games in a row again. What's up, everybody? It's Jim. Brothers. We need to talk. For years, Trap Sax has provided us with the most beautiful, inspiring background music we could ever ask for. It really hit home with its fat bass and smooth jazz riffs. But, unfortunately, the studio that owns the original sample from decades ago won't let us use it anymore. I know. I might as well just delete my channel now. But, as much as it hurts, we must rise and stand tall for our fallen brethren. So let's take a moment of silence for the incredible, the incomparable Trap Sax. But if there's anything that can cheer a basketball fan up, it is a ridiculous, awesome Michael Jordan story. And boy, do I have just that. Of all the accomplishments MJ had amassed in his 15-year career, possibly the most impressive and untouchable feat is one that you have probably never even heard of. A couple years ago, someone pointed out that from November 7th, 1990, up until the day Jordan won his 6th ring and hung up his Bulls jersey for good, he did not lose 3 consecutive games. That's 2,777 days without losing 3 games in a row. 500 regular season games, 126 playoff games, coming to a grand total of 626 matchups without a single 3-game losing streak. Now, when I first heard this, I was skeptical. I mean, a streak of this caliber sounds virtually impossible. In fact, mathematically, it is virtually impossible. But after further investigation, I'll be damned. This man really went 9 years, almost an entire decade, without taking 3 L's in a row. I'm searching, digging desperately to find out the truth surrounding this claim, and it is 100% fact. As if Mike didn't already have enough accomplishments. As if the man wasn't shitting on the competition bad enough, 2 decades after he laced up for the last time with the Bulls, and we are still uncovering pieces of his dominance. To put the magnitude of this streak into perspective, in 2010, Ben Blatt of the Harvard Sports Analysis Collective crunched the numbers on such an absurd streak, and his calculations revealed some absolutely absurd numbers. The probability of an average NBA team accomplishing such a streak is, you ready for this? About 1 in 1 quadrillion, or 0.00000
2 hours later
000166, which is a number so vast and so unlikely that there really isn't anything to compare it to. For example, the odds of a high school basketball player making it to the NBA is about 1 in 3,200. Odds of one day becoming an NBA champion are about 1 in 22,500. Odds of winning an Olympic gold medal are 1 in 662,000, and odds of winning the Powerball, 1 in 300 million. So, yeah. MJ pulling this off is mathematically by far his greatest accomplishment. Now, you may be thinking, this was a team effort rather than an individual one, so the Bulls should be getting credit as well. And although this is a valid point, when you look into the numbers, you'll see that this isn't quite true. Due to Mike's first retirement and players coming and going, even MJ's own teammates don't have a streak like his, although Dennis Rodman racked up one hell of a streak himself. Check out the current streaks of NBA teams in regards of games since their last 3 consecutive losses. Including the playoffs, no team has managed to go even 90 games without losing 3 in a row. In fact, only 6 teams have strung together more than 20 games without losing 3 consecutively. Look at how many teams have 0 games since their last 3-game losing streak. 0. If you add up all the streaks from every NBA team, they still don't come close to Mike's 626. Absolutely insane. If we take a look at some of the more dominant teams in modern NBA history, you will continue to realize how difficult a streak like this truly is. Michael's streak spanned 8 years and 7 active seasons, and only came to an end because he retired. The reigning NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors, lost 3 in a row just this past season in November. The three-peat Lakers lost 3 games in a row in February of 2002, nearly 3 years after their streak began. Throughout the last 5 years, the Warriors have been the winningest team over any 5-year stretch in NBA history, and even they lost 3 games in a row on 4 different occasions throughout this 5-year stretch, including the infamous
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup, oh, blocked by James!
Now, don't get it twisted. There were a few occasions where Jordan's streak nearly came to an end. Like on April 9th, 1991, when the Bulls beat the Knicks by just 2 points after losing their previous 2 games. Or on February 1st, 1993, when they escaped in a 4-point victory over the Jazz. Here's a game from 1996 when the Bulls edged out the Warriors by just 4 points. Jordan dropped 40, and by the way he was playing, he was not gonna lose that game. And then finally on June 11th, 1997, when the Jazz nearly beat the Bulls 3 times in a row in the NBA Finals. Of course, Jordan wasn't gonna let this happen, so he dropped 38 and Chicago won by 2. And when you look at the numbers in these potential streak-ending games, it's almost like Jordan knew he had this streak going and was ready to go to any lengths to not see it come to an end. That, or the more likely fact that MJ was the ultimate competitor, and anytime he lost back-to-back games, he came out locked and loaded, ready to absolutely bury anyone who stood in front of him. So knowing the player MJ was, this isn't too surprising. But when you take a closer look at the numbers, assess the astronomical odds of this feat, it's hard not to be amazed. And I find myself saying this after every single Michael Jordan video, but what else should we expect? I'll leave y'all with this. Here is a chart showing streaks of games without 3 consecutive losses by all-time NBA greats and current stars. These are streaks held by some of the best players of all time on historical teams. Towards the bottom, you'll see Giannis, Harden. Durant has had a decent streak of his own at 181 games. If you go up the list, you'll see Shaq, Kobe, and Steph floating around 300. And way up there at the top, all alone, is Michael Jordan in a league of his own. Now, before I let y'all go, a good friend of mine recently started a YouTube channel similar to mine, but with football. It's called Defying, and he breaks down crazy stories, interesting events, and gets into some of the finer details you never knew before. If you enjoy my channel and you are a fan of the NFL, college football, and even high school football, check out his channel. We have some projects we'll be working on together in the future. Dude really knows his stuff. Check out his channel, show him some love. Mans has some good stuff. But that's gonna be it for this video. Stay tuned, big stuff going on over the next couple weeks. Love y'all, and until next time.